Well, it's 9:15. I just got back 5 minutes ago, and I don't know why I suddenly just got on the mic. Literally 5 minutes ago, I just walked in the door, and then somehow between that 5 minutes, I'm right here in the game room, and I'm sitting in front of my mic, about to give a commentary. So I don't know where that happened, but when I want to give commentaries, like this, I guess, when I start off like this, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, or with the title like on my video like this, you can pretty much guess that something happened, and something did happen, and you can tell from the title it's school related, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Man, where do I even start? I guess I could start with the gameplay. The gameplay in the background is just some random gameplay I was getting. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was going DNA bomb hunting. I kind of lose myself. I just play to have fun, and this is just one of those games. I don't even do that well. I think I go like 38-7. I get a lot of I remember getting a lot of doubles. I think I even get a triple. I think I might got a 5-man feed somewhere. I think I get a merciless. I get a lot of bloodthirsties. It's just gameplay then in the background. I hope you enjoy it. But anyways, back on topic. Man, I don't even know where to begin. I guess start off with how my college experience has been so far. My college experience right now has been pretty shitty. I'm not even counting this isn't even a real college experience. A real college experience to me is, you go someplace for 4 years, you spend the whole 4 years there, then you either go to graduate school or you get a job, one or the other. I don't care, whatever you do, but you have to spend 4 years somewhere. So me spending 2 years at a community college and then transferring 2 years later, that's not the real thing. But as far as, college experience go, mine's been pretty crap so far. It should be no secret, guys. I hate school. I hate academics. I hate all of it. I wasted so much time, doing academics that I put it before, my friends, my free time, my passions, everything. And, that was probably the worst period of my life. And, that explains why I hate academics. But, I'm getting off topic. So I guess, oh man, how am I going to put this in perspective? I guess, you guys know I've had a bad day. You guys can tell I've had a bad day. So I guess to put this in perspective, just flash forward a week. A week ago in English class. We were given our first paper. It was due last week, and we had a week to work on it. So our paper was supposed to be based on a film, and we were given a philosophy paper that was it was based off the film. And we were supposed to make like a summary and response essay or something like that. I don't even know what the hell are we doing? I'm doing English class, guys, and they're giving me philosophy. We're getting folklore, religion, myth, science, like Darwin's evolutionary theory. We're comparing now in the second essay, that's due this week for me. It's just, I don't know where they're going with this. This is English class. Why are we delving into philosophy? But I don't know. I'm not the teacher. I don't get the grades. I don't make them. I don't make the rules. I just do the work, and they give me my grade, and I'm out. So, anyways, this paper basically, mine ended up being 7 pages long. I spent countless hours on it, and the real bitch slap to the face is that we were split into 3 groups. After we watched the film, the teacher broke us up into 3 groups, and each group was given an article, a paper, a 10-page paper that was based off a philosopher who watched the movie and wrote a paper on it. And that's what we were supposed to make a response essay to. And out of the 3 groups, lucky me, my group happens to get the most difficult philosophy article. And, after that happened, everyone just kind of face-palmed as like, great, fantastic, lucky us. But, I kind of just shook it off, and I I shuffled through, I persevered, I finished the paper. I still wasn't even happy with the paper after I finished it, but I was just so sick of reading that guy's paper. I guess man, those really annoying ass people that you ask oh, I want a yes or no answer, and they give you a reply with maybe, or oh, I might, or probably, those really annoying responses. That was basically this guy's paper. That was basically the philosopher we got. He was like, oh, it could happen, maybe. It's like, it's a possibility. He never gave you a full straight answer, and me and everyone in my group literally hated this guy to the bone after we were done writing that paper. But that was in the past. So flash back to this week, today. If you guys don't know, on Tuesdays I have labs. So let's see, I'll leave my house around 1 o'clock, or 1 to 2 o'clock, and I get home between 9 and 10. So really long day, not fun at all. And, to top it all off, in this lab, or any lab for that matter, me, my buddy Oscar, who happens to be my lab partner, is a great guy, tons of fun to talk to. We have great times in class. You know, it's good distraction for all the bullshit we get in chemistry. But, you know, I have good times with this guy, but, you know, that doesn't save the fact that literally for the 5 experience we got, today was the 5th week of school. So, you know, 5th experiment. Literally, we have not left on time for any of the experiments. And, you know, we've left at, like, we were supposed to finish your experiments between 8:30 and 9. We've left between 9 to 9:45, you know, every single time. So, you know, already we've had a pretty bad experience in labs. And, you know, this can be attributed to either, you know, bullshit like, you know, a crucible exploding, like what happened last week, or someone knocking over our stuff, or some mislabeling, or, you know, we can't find our materials because someone took it out of our drawer. So, you know, we don't have enough flasks or enough vials, you know, just crap like that puts us behind schedule. And like today, you know, so, you know, comparison to, you know, English class, I get the hardest, you know, article, you know, to work off of. So today in chemistry class, you know, we have Tuesday and Thursday labs, so you know, 12 groups of 2 people or something like that. So, you know, 12 flashcards, and, you know, we're each given a flashcard, and to sum it up, you know, you're supposed to find the molarity. I'm not going to get all nerd shit on you guys, but basically find the molarity of this substance. That was everyone else's. Funny enough, me and Oscar get this unique little flashcard, unique with quotation marks, that says, find the molarity of this substance that's within this other substance that is a percentage of it. And, you know, that sounds really it sounded really confusing, and we just talked to the other group saying, like, what the fuck is this? And, you know, no one else looked like that. You know, here it is on the screen right now. You know, I compared it to 2 people that were at our desk, or at our, like, table. And literally ours look nothing like theirs. And, you know, we talked to the teachers like, what does this mean? And literally the first thing that came out of her mouth, exactly like the English teacher, she said, "Oh, you guys got the hardest one." So, right, that was like the final bitch slap, you know. I had enough. Like, after she said that, I was like, wow. And literally, I was talking to Oscar just before this happened. I was like, oh man, can you imagine can you imagine the 2 guys that are gonna get the hardest one? Like, I would feel so sorry for them. And funny thing, it happens to be me and Oscar. So, you know, just to put this in more perspective, guys, you know, what took other people 10 minutes took us 40 minutes. You know, they only had to find the molarity of this substance, and, you know, that was it. They just got the atomic weight or whatever, and got the molarity, or like the moles and whatever, and they just did a conversion. I'm not going to get all nerdy on you guys. That's about it. You know, that's all they had to do. 2-part system. Us, we had an extra couple parts that we had to do that took us a ton of extra time, and, you know, by the end of it, we were so confused and unhappy that, you know, at this point, we were so behind everyone else that we were just like, you know what, if we don't make any solid ground, I'm just going to leave, because I have a bus to take, and, you know, I'm not going to sit around and take this. And, you know, Oscar agreed with me, and because, you know, he had a car, I had to take the bus today, so, you know, all this talking can make my mouth dry. But, you know, after we, you know, we made a slight comeback, and, you know, after we got the teacher's approval that we did all the extra steps right, you know, we finally got on to part 2, you know, of a 3-part procedure. And, you know, at that point, it was already 8:40, it's closing in on 8:30. And, you know, I had to leave. You know, I take 2 buses to get home, and the bus I need to get back home, like, I take 1 bus to get to Park Street, and from Park Street I get home. And that 1 bus comes only every half an hour, and after, like, 9:20, there are no more buses. So that means I have to walk 40 minutes from Park Street to get home, and I wasn't about to do that. So, you know, I told Oscar, I was just like, you know what, man, I can't, you know, I have to get my bus. I'm really sorry, I have to go. And Oscar was like, that's cool, man, just do what you gotta do. And, you know, right after that, I go to the teacher. I look her in the eye, I get her attention, and I said, you know what, I have to catch my bus, and, you know, I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to sit around for this, so, you know, just give me an F for the day, pretend I was never here, and I turn around and walk out the door. So, I don't know, should I be proud of myself for that? You know, I mean, ever since, you know, long ago, when I put academics before everything else, you know, back when I led that shitty life I used to do, you know, I put academics before everything, you know, just, you know, ever since then, every day I always say, you know, never again, you know, never, no more. And I'm saying that as I still have an English paper to write, which is right over there, actually, you know, as I say this, but, you know, I've had enough, you know, I wasn't about to sit there and waste my time doing this chemistry, you know, after getting so much shit the past 5 weeks. You know, I've had enough. You know, I'm not doing any extra work when I don't have to, and you know, I'll gladly take an F. If I'm gonna stick with what I believe, I'll gladly take an F. And you know, she even said like, "Oh, you won't necessarily get an F," but I looked her in the eye and I said, "I'm abandoning my partner so I don't miss my bus. You better give me an F." And then I just walked out. So, yeah. Well, there goes my grade. But anyways, you know, just to tell you guys, you know, academics is overrated. Academics is so, you know, overappreciated. You know, I would take a nice guy who isn't that smart over a snobby asshole, you know, smart ass any day of the week. You know, I would. Ignorance, you know, ignorance is bliss. The saying is true, you know. There's nothing wrong with, you know, not being smart. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And usually, you know, the people that don't focus on academics are some of the nicest people I know. You know, they just live in the moment, and you know, I love those guys. You know, they always brighten me up. You know, I always think too far ahead, and you know, those guys get me back on center. But, anyways, guys, I've been talking way too much. I guess just to take this away is that, you know, don't be like me. Don't make my mistakes. Don't put academics before everything else, because if you do, time's just gonna fly by and you're just gonna realize how much you missed out on. You know, I missed out. I should have been there for my friends, you know. A lot of times, you know, when they might have needed me and I wasn't there because I focused on academics. I transferred schools, so I wasn't there for them, and that's just one of a number of things that I missed out on. So just do what feels right. Don't do what other people tell you to do. And for me, that was academics, and I got pulled in, and I've regretted it ever since. So just do what you think is right, guys. Do what makes you happy, because you only live once, and so make sure the first time is the best time. So anyways, guys, thanks again for hearing my little rant. I'm sorry this got a little personal. I'm sorry that, you know, you had to listen to this, but I just have to get this off my chest, you know. I guess if you guys can leave me any words of support down below to let me know I made the right decision, because, you know, after my experience in school and stuff like that, I wasn't about to let this happen. But, you know, this is going over way longer than I thought it was. I think I might have pushed into another game footage that I might have gotten to. It's gone past the first game. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the gameplay. You know, that's the least I want from you guys. You know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You know, for me taking up 12 minutes of your time, that's the least I can do for you. But anyways, guys, thanks again so much for listening to me. Thanks again a ton for watching. You know, just thanks for being here. You know, it means a lot, and I just want you to know I appreciate it. But anyways, guys, thanks again like always. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys in the next video.